we are honoring the achievements of African Americans, honoring the past, embracing the present, and creating a better future. Since 1976, every U.S. president has designated February as the month to honor extraordinary African American contributions in this country.
Well, hello, and thanks for joining us, everyone. I am Sharon Melton.
And I'm Seth Kovar.
Today, we're honoring African Americans by celebrating Black History Month.
That's right. And when it comes to the accomplishments of African Americans here in Houston and the surrounding areas, well, there's just too many to count, right? But in the next 30 minutes, we're going to introduce you to some extraordinary people who are making a difference in our community.
And one man who is doing that is taking the oath to protect and serve. And he is Houston's police chief, Troy Finner. He's very proud to have achieved that position based off his decades of quality police work.
And he's quick to acknowledge that he didn't get there alone. He received support and inspiration from his family, but also the many Black lawmen before him.
You think about those individuals that came before you and paved the way.
People like Officer Edward A. Thomas, the longest-serving African-American officer in Houston Police Department history, and the man HPD headquarters is named after. HPD Chief Troy Finner was quick to recognize Thomas during Black History Month for the influence his 63 years of police work had on Finner's career, but also the police force and the city.
Just a great man, and I want to acknowledge that, and I think we should, not only him, but other people during the month of February as well, but he's #1 in my book.
Also right up there are Finner's parents, who taught him not to judge an entire group of people based off the prejudices of a few of them. That's something he put to use. Growing up in the 1970s in Houston's Hiram Clark community, a predominantly white neighborhood at the time.
Can you imagine, and I can't, prejudice people who prejudge people in a negative way? Can you imagine the blessings that they miss out on? And Black History Month, I want people to recognize that.
Finner recognized during his freshman year at Sam Houston State University up in Huntsville that a career in law enforcement was right for him. After graduation, he joined the Houston Police Department, and 31 years later, in 2021, he became chief.
I'm not only a minority leader, I'm a leader of the 4th largest city in America, in the most diverse city in America. So I think it's important that you lead your race, but all people.
Advice he has for all future leaders, especially those in the African American community.
Be honest, be respectful of the past. Never think that you got here on your own. People paved the way for you, but don't be so much into the past that you're not looking to the future and the present, and just being a good leader.
Something he plans to do for the foreseeable future.
And I still do get up every day, want to make things better for our city, for our department.
When we come back, Kara Willis talks to us about an African-American owned and operated wellness clinic making a difference in our community by saving lives.
I became a dental assistant training at the College of Healthcare Professions. With flexible online and on-campus classes, I could work and still graduate in 10 months, including my externship.
CHCP was founded by doctors.
They provide financial, placement, and student support services.
It's ABHAS accredited. Not all schools are. That matters.
And so does that smile. Financial aid is available for those who qualify. Visit chcp.edu today for the career of your life.
Wazobia Market is Houston's authentic African grocery market. Services include sharing lives with faithful customers who look to Wazobia Market for quality and values. With fresh and healthy produce, lower prices, and a sense of community, you, the customer, are first in mind. You're invited to visit a Wazobia Market near you, 16203 Westheimer Road, or our other store at 10828 Beechnut Street. Wazobia Market, 10 years of community togetherness.
911, what's your emergency? When news is breaking, not everything is as it appears.
Sheriff's Office is reopening an investigation.
The Delphi murders changed my life. This narrative, that's not at all what happened.
This story was so odd. It's 2 or 3 days now. He returns without the love of his life and doesn't say a word.
I've only encountered 5 people who scare me to death, and he's probably number 2.
Is he coming from me? Is he coming from my brother? Where is he?
The suspicion and the paranoia, it just took off like a tsunami. People became more and more obsessed with the case.
I swear to God, these people.
The mystery only grew deeper after it was all over. Mom said 2 of her classmates are missing.
That was when the chase began.
As we're running, I heard gunshots.
This house should be burned.
People are still trying to mentally process how all of this could have happened.
And welcome back, everyone. Our next history maker shares the same vision as Police Chief Troy Finner.
Harris County Precinct 6 Deputy Michael Jason's story is all about defying the odds and overcoming adversity.
He's chosen a career in law enforcement while dealing with a disability.
Look back at the times and you see where you started from up until now, and like, well, you know, it's a dream come true that this happened.
As a young child, Harris County Precinct 6 Deputy Michael Jason spent many of his summers roaming his grandmother's dairy farm in Ringo, Louisiana. His life changed forever the summer of 1982 when his arm was caught in heavy machinery.
My arm got wrapped around the auger, which crushed it, and they wasn't able to save it. So.
At just 12 years old, he says the experience could have negatively shaped him, but instead, he used it as motivation. Years later, Deputy Jason decided to start a career in law enforcement, inspired by his days working as a security guard.
That's correct.
With the help of his wife, Deputy Jason was signed up for the police academy. His career now spanning 2 decades. A loving father, husband, and grandfather committed to his community, hopes his story will inspire those in a similar situation.
In spite of your disabilities, if you're classified as a disability, me, I don't really, because I pretty much can do whatever I want to do, and to let them know that that is still, I mean, life goes on. And the most valuable thing of it is that out of all of this, that my life was spared and that I'm able to be here to this day, and I'm more grateful and thankful for that.
Well, in the Black community, mental health disparities loom large. While 20% are more likely to face major depressive disorders, anxiety, only 33% seek help compared to 50% of white Americans.
Dr. Stanley Williams of the Harris Center for Mental Health says there's a stigma in the Black community when it comes to seeking help for mental health issues. He says that barriers fueled by cultural beliefs and historical discrimination. Dr. Williams wants to change that. He says help is out there, and he urges anyone experiencing those issues to take advantage of it.
Well, back in 1981, HIV emerged, and the impact it had on Black and brown communities was devastating around the world.
Here we are now in 2024. More treatment options and resources are available, giving lots of people hope that there is life after testing positive.
Back in 2000, Houston was under a state of emergency for HIV/AIDS.
I've seen individuals pass, you know, holding their hands. It was an ugly, horrible disease.
That's when a Houston couple, Darcy Paget and Norman Mitchell, founders of the Be Busy Inc. and Be Busy Wellness Clinics, began offering free testing, treatment, and health services for the community, hoping to make a change. Be Busy was born after the couple started a stage play that would lead to a more normalized conversation on how Black and brown communities saw the disease.
My husband and I played 2 people whose paths would never cross in life. And we find ourselves in an HIV testing clinic. We would answer questions, people would want to get tested.
This creative form of education led to booming opportunities that would mold the clinic and wellness center into what it is today.
We contacted the city of Houston and said, hey, we're new in town. And we're providing this service for the community, and they were overwhelmed because I guess at the time no one was providing education in that way. It was a unique way.
While treatment options have expanded over the years, like PrEP, the CDC says in 2019, 40% of Black Americans were living with HIV. Sadly, though, 13% didn't know their status.
We really had to step in and not only provide education and testing, but counseling, grief counseling. There was a lot of people hurting during that time. But we're still testing individuals, you know, for HIV, and they're still coming up positive. And, you know, syphilis, Hep C, gonorrhea, chlamydia, I mean, these are all prevalent STIs in our communities.
Thanks to the clinic's outreach, Darcy says she's hopeful that what was once seen as a death sentence is no longer the case because the clinic's outreach has come a long way to help people cope with and treat HIV and AIDS.
You know, you have broken homes that produce broken people, that produces sick communities. Medication has come a long way. It has saved many lives when, you know, people aren't dying like they used to.
Still to come, a trailblazer in the world of wrestling entertainment. Now, this legend is paving the way for the next generation right here in Houston. Sharon Melton sits down with the queen herself, Sharmell Huffman.
Wazobia Market is Houston's authentic African grocery market. Services include sharing lives with faithful customers who look to Wazobia Market for quality and values. With fresh and healthy produce, lower prices, and a sense of community, you, the customer, are first in mind. You're invited to visit a Wazobia Market near you, 16203 Westheimer Road, or our other store at 10828 Beechnut Street. Wazobia Market, 10 years of community togetherness.
Weather and traffic tomorrow, 5:30 to 9 on CW39 Houston.
Waiting for the right time to buy a hardwood floor? Well, check this out. One room of beautiful hardwood flooring, completely installed for just $999. That's right. And this isn't just any hardwood. This is genuine Mohawk hardwood, the most trusted name in flooring. Call National Floors Direct at 888-400-FLOOR and get an entire room of Mohawk hardwood installed the next day for just $999. And no interest for 1 year. Transform your home for just $999. We bring the store to your door.
Hey, Calvin!
Oh. Hey, Dave.
Hey, I'm glad I ran into you. I want to give you something.
Really? There's enough fabric in those for pockets?
The Neighborhood, today at 4 and 4:30 on CW39 Houston.
I wake up every day and worry how I'm going to hold on to this ranch.
I know your secret. Our family could be in trouble.
We had no idea what it's like to be us.
He rigged the system so that he would draw the hardest bull, and it killed him.
You can't take anything for granted.
Thank you for watching Season 1.
Season 2 is coming soon.
Roller coaster? Yeah.
Bigger, better. Get your popcorn ready, because I think it's going to rock you.
It's so cool.
Wait for it.
Sullivan's Crossing, Season 2 coming soon to the CW.
Welcome back, everyone. H-Town ranks #4 among the best cities for Black professionals.
That's according to a new study. So let's break down the numbers right here in Houston.
The community is well represented. 20% of teachers are Black, as are 21% of doctors.
Houston, of course, is home to Texas Southern University, a historically Black college or university. And from the looks of it, TSU is helping out the job market. On average, African-American professionals here make several $1,000s more than the national average. And 18% of all local businesses are Black owned. That's more than any other part of Texas. Well, onto the world of wrestling now. It's loved by millions of people, and one of the long-lasting stars is the Queen, Sharmell Huffman.
Right here. For decades, she's been a staple in this industry. While behind the scenes here in Houston, she's provided scholarships to kids for school, helped single mothers and veterans. I had the honor of sitting down with the Queen to talk about how she's taking wrestling to the next level. So let's take it to the ring. She's known as the Queen and an icon in professional wrestling. But at the start of her journey, not many people looked like her.
There were very few African-American women involved in wrestling. It has changed, and I'm super excited.
She made that happen. As a former Miss Black America, a touring backup dancer for the King of Soul, James Brown, and paving the way as a Nitro Girl in wrestling in 1998 before taking the ring herself with her husband, renowned wrestler Booker T. Being in the spotlight is in her blood.
So I thought it was just natural, since I already had a bunch of crowns and full-length, sequin gowns. I would just portray the character of Queen.
Millions know her around the world and her impact in wrestling. And decades later, in 2021, she was named a Woman of Impact in WWE and later inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame. How does that make you feel?
It feels amazing. It lets me know I was doing something right, or something that created a lasting memory.
And her influence now is transcended outside the ring and making even more history. As co-owner of Reality of Wrestling with her husband, based out of Texas City, they're training the next generation of wrestling superstars and the first African Americans to own such a company ever in wrestling.
My husband and I work very hard to be able to give the next generation of professional wrestlers a place to hone their craft. We just want to provide opportunities. We want to give them life skills that transcend the wrestling ring.
And for wrestlers she's working with, her tutelage makes a difference.
I get to know her as a person and as the motherly figure. It's been an amazing experience, helped me in the ring and out of the ring.
For her to bring that professionalism and really learn from someone who's been down the roads that we're looking to go, it's been a great experience.
She is so passionate about what she do, and you will know it if you screw up.
You're also dispelling myths about what people of color can also do. Do you think so?
I have always said representation matters. We do have a responsibility, though. We have a responsibility to each other, to lend a hand out, to pay it forward. And because we have so many more opportunities than we used to, it's really crucial that we continue to celebrate ourselves, love one another, promote one another, and just realize that we're all in this together.
In Houston's historic Third Ward stands the only museum dedicated to African American history and culture in our local museum district, curated by local Houston artists. Idolina Perales takes you on a tour coming up.
Sheldon and Missy face off in Book Smarts versus Street Smarts.
I'm not feeling so good.
Biohazard! Biohazard!
Young Sheldon, tonight at 5 and 5:30 on CW 39 Houston.
Alan, if I want to throw away money, I'll play Keno.
Can I gamble in Vegas?
No.
Then why am I going?
Because all the kennels are full.
2.5 Men, tonight at 10 and 10:30 on CW 39 Houston. Hey Houston, the QR code on your screen. Go ahead, grab your phone and open your camera. Now download our CW39 app and stay connected 24/7 to news happening in your neighborhood and our city. Also, Houston weather's always changing. Get the certified most accurate forecast at your fingertips. Plus, up-to-the-minute traffic updates. Download the CW39 app. Stay connected.
Listen up.
Okay.
Exciting.
Bigger.
Better?
Good stuff.
Ooh.
Absolutely.
finish.
Free.
We got you.
Got you.
We got you. We got you. We got you.
Welcome back, everyone. African Americans and the arts. That's this year's theme for Black History Month.
Sure is. And Paul Robeson gave this powerful quote: "Artists are the gatekeepers of truth. We are civilization's radical voice."
Idolina Perales takes us to Houston's only African American museum dedicated to sharing the truth of those who have passed, which also provides a voice to local artists building on their legacy.
We are a museum for everyone. African American is in our name, but our culture expands the breadth of the American story.
Nestled within historic Third Ward is the Houston Museum of African American Culture. A team of 5 staff members band together to display art pieces that tell a story of the African American experience and the influence Black culture has in Houston and beyond.
I'm from Liberia, West Africa, and I was popping and locking with the best of them when hip hop was in its sort of like youth and heyday. You can go to Japan, you can go to South Africa, you can go to Nigeria, you can go to Indonesia, and you'll see how expansive this culture is.
Christopher Blay is the creator for the museum, and he gave us a tour of the sleek and modern building. You can see many forms of art here, gorgeous pieces, photographs of people frozen in time.
A lot of these are historical photographs of jazz being performed mostly in Houston. So it's important to be here because we are the only museum in Houston that is dedicated 24/7, 100% to exhibiting the works of African American artists, both historical and contemporary. It takes the conversation far deeper than if it was just showing the material of cotton.
Operating mainly on donations and grants, the passionate staff works tirelessly to ensure the museum is free to the public because they believe representation matters every month of the year, not just in February. From the Stairwell of Memories to the history of African American music to an exhibition of Houston's emerging artists, Blay hopes both young and old will find something that inspires them to think beyond what they know and to dream of what is possible.
The day that you're here, you're going to experience something new, dynamic, vibrant, and something that is representative of what's happening in Houston.
Well, the Houston Museum of African American Culture is open Wednesday through Saturday from 11 a.m. till 6 p.m. They're located at the corner of Caroline and Whitworth Streets. Now,
it's always free to get in, but they do accept donations to help them continue telling the stories of our Black community.
From the grounds of Space Center Houston, Sharon McDougall speaks about her legacy as the first Black NASA spacesuit technician. Our own Kerrigan Chauvin has that story coming up.
Wazobia Market is Houston's authentic African grocery market. Services include sharing lives with faithful customers who look to Wazobia Market for quality and values. With fresh and healthy produce, lower prices, and a sense of community, you, the customer, are first in mind. You're invited to visit a Wazobia Market near you, 16203 Westheimer Road, or our other store at 10828 Beechnut Street. Wazobia Market, 10 years of community togetherness.
I became a dental assistant training at the College of Healthcare Professions. With flexible online and on-campus classes, I could work and still graduate in 10 months, including my externship.
CHCP was founded by doctors.
They provide financial, placement, and student support services.
It's ABHAS accredited. Not all schools are. That matters.
And so does that smile. Financial aid is available for those who qualify. Visit chcp.edu today for the career of your life.
I'm a free man. I'm gonna milk every second of it.
I need you, Max.
Say it again.
Well, there's no way you're splitting this up.
Are you sure you can trust them?
Shut your traps and buckle up. You're playing with the A-team now.
The A-team? You're on parole and your dad's wearing an ankle bracelet.
Ain't it great?
Forgive the interruption, Your Honor.
Seriously, Mom?
After all these years, you're still so bitter.
I feel like I understand you so much better now. Your mom is a lot.
Why do you always have to talk?
I'm strictly interested in the comedic elements.
What's all the racket?
We're good parents.
Let me get the knife. You okay?
Turns out I forgot to eat right and exercise for the last 50 years.
Welcome back, everyone. Suit Up for Shay. It's a colorful, lighthearted children's book, and it's the product of this dynamic life of a NASA space suit technician.
Sharon McDougall is a modern-day hidden figure right here in Houston.
I started my career as a spacesuit technician with the Space Shuttle program by joining the Air Force first and working with the SR-71 U-2 pilots. They wore pressure suits, and so that's where I got my initial training.
Even though the department was not as diverse as it should have been, McDougall took the initiative to bring on more minorities into the department.
That department was just getting started because it started up after the Challenger accident. They weren't wearing the pressure suits at that time, so as a safety precaution, they started back wearing the pressure suits. We would work on the suits, we'd take them apart, put them back together, test them, actually help the astronaut put the suit on.
During her time as crew chief, she led the first and only all-female suit tech crew. She continued to make history when she suited up Dr. Mae Jemison for her historic flight aboard the Space Shuttle Endeavour in 1992. Believe it or not, this small-town Mississippi girl accomplished all of this without a college education.
I do not have a college degree, and I still made it to the top of my career. So kids, you can do it. So I was thinking as a child that I would probably be in education somehow.
Sharon's itch for education and teaching was fulfilled with the launching of her children's book.
Suit Up for Launch with Shay, your children's book.
Yes.
What made you want to shift gears and write a story?
Well, I always wanted to write a children's book, even when I was still with the Space Shuttle program. But I got to thinking maybe there would be too much red tape involved. I waited, and COVID happened. No more excuses. You have nothing but time.
Yeah.
So I went ahead and put pencil to paper, and I wrote it.
Do you see yourself in Shay?
Oh, most definitely.
Is Shay you?
Shay is me. Shay is a nickname for me. And then I'm the mom, too, as well.
And that's a look at how we are honoring Black history in our area, past, present, and future.
Well, there are thousands of stories just like these that need to be shared during Black History Month. We're honored to have brought you at least a few of them. I'm Seth Kovar.
And I'm Sharon Melton. Thank you again for joining us on this journey of Black history throughout our community. For more on these incredible stories and other Black history moments, head on over to our website, CW39.com. Happy Black History Month and have a great day.